What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. This video is for the DoomSlayer, which has been much anticipated by a lot of my viewers. It is a 1-bar Nightblade Gank build for PvP. It's probably the best Gank build for kills wise. I've racked up so many kills using this build. It is very, very strong. It's really broken, to be honest. It does a huge amount of damage, and I've had some insane battlegrounds with it. I've had a battlegrounds with 38 kills, no deaths. I've had really, really good battlegrounds. It's really effective in Cyrodiil, with all the CP added on. It's really effective in Imperial City. It's just a ridiculous build. So we'll jump straight into the sets. It is a bit of a twist on it is a known build, but I've sort of converted it into a 1-bar build, and I wasn't sure if it was going to be effective or not, but it is very, very effective, as you'll see in the game clips as well. So the first piece we're running is the Asylum's Lightning Staff with a weapon damage enchantment. I'm running Sharpened. This will, every second cast of Force Shock, will always apply the burning, concussion and chilled status effects, and they must be made within 2 seconds of each other. The next piece we're running is the head is medium Balorg. This just gives you tons of weapon damage and spell damage. Everything is max magicka with divines on the body. The chest is a Witch Knight Jack. We're running 2 pieces of Witch Knight just for a line of weapon and spell damage. We're running a light Balorg Epaulets. The waist is a light Winterborn Sash, and Winterborn is the main set we're running. Gives you a line of max magicka. It gives you a line of recovery for magicka, a line of weapon and spell damage. And when you deal frost damage, you summon an ice pillar that deals 7,322 frost damage to all enemies in a 3-meter radius. The ice pillar persists, reduces the enemy's movement speed, and it occurs every 6 seconds and scales off your weapon and spell damage. So this is the bread and butter of the set. It is very, very strong. It doesn't sound very strong on paper, and I always sort of disregarded this set, but it is super, super strong. It's a must-have. We've got it on the gloves. The legs are Witch Knight, and the shoes are Winterborn as well. We've got a Winterborn necklace, Winterborn ring, and an Oakensoul ring. They're all infused with weapon and spell damage. Try and get the jewellery gold if you can, but the priority is just the staff to be gold. I don't even have the perfected version. The perfected version gives you another line of weapon and spell damage, so it can hit even harder. Running all medium apart from... oh no, sorry, we're running 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces of light and 1, 2, 3 pieces of medium. So that's the actual full setup. So all divines on the body, all max magicka, all the jewellery infused with weapon and spell damage. As you can see, I don't even have it fully golded out, and it's still hitting super hard, so there's definitely room for improvement. And we'll jump into the skills. So we've got Merciless Resolve. When you've got the 5 stacks, you're going to get more weapon and spell damage, and also you can fire a spec bow which hits super hard. You've got your health free offering for your heal, and when this is slotted, you're going to get extra max magicka. This is your spammable, which is Crushing Shock. It deals flame, frost and shock damage. It interrupts enemies and sets them off balance. You've got Concealed Weapon, which again hits super hard. You get the Major Berserk, Major Expedition. When you're under the effects, of Major Expedition, you get the Major Berserk. This is being pulled off next patch, but it's still going to be super strong. You're just going to lose the Major Berserk. So it might be a little bit of a loss next patch, but I think it's the way it's hitting. I don't think it's going to affect it too much. You've got Shadowy Disguise, which is of course your cloak, and then you've got your Flawless Dawnbreaker, which increases your weapon and spell damage by 300. So it's this morph is not as strong as the other one. It won't hit as hard, but you're going to get the extra 300 weapon damage. Champion points is Fight and Finesse, Master at Arms, Deadly Aim, and Backstabber. The red CP is Celerity, Sustained by Suffering, Fortified, and Boundless Vitality. The green I'll just recommend to have Liquid Efficiency on and Rationer, as the food and potions can be quite expensive, and just have your movement ones for Steed Blessings and Gifted Rider. So these are the stats flat, so they're not looking too great at the moment, but they do go up quite well. The spell damage I think goes to about 7.5k, and the penetration goes to about 20, I think it's 30k. We've got higher max magica pool, so putting everything into magica. I'm running Jewels on this rule, but ideally Smoke Bear Haunch is the best food for recoveries. I'm running the Lover for extra pen and just Vampire stage 3. You can go down to stage 2, you don't need stage 3 if you're having struggles sustaining, but it should be okay. Make sure you have all your passives in your class lines, all your passives in Destruction Staff, all your passives in Light and Medium, your passives in Vampire, Fighters Guild as we are using that, all your passives in Undaunted if you can for extra stats, and obviously your Assault and Support. I'm running a high elf, which is very nice, gives me the extra weapon and spell damage, you get more magicka. You can use any race, Khajiit's probably going to be very strong. Dark elf, it doesn't really matter too much. And obviously use your medicinal use on alchemy if you can. That's going to make your potions last a bit longer, so you'll get longer recoveries. So if we just go over to the training dummy. So the rotation is very simple. Just make sure you have your full stacks of Merciless Resolve, so you can see it glowing at the bottom on the X. That's going to give you the most weapon and spell damage. And just you don't need to have 500 ultimate, but obviously the more ultimate you have, the more powerful your Dawnbreaker is going to hit and the more pen you're going to have. But just for this demonstration, I won't go to 500. So if it ever respawns, why is it not respawning? Yeah, so basically, you know, just it's the same as before. There's no pre-buffs even required. I sometimes do a roll dodge just to get that major berserk. Just come in with the cloak, and then you drop the Dawnbreaker into Fool's Pulse and just spam Fool's Pulse. No light attack needed, as the weapon damage enchantment will proc from the Fool's Pulse. As you can see, you get super hard numbers. You can see there's big numbers. Always try and hit them from behind as well, because you'll get the extra penetration from flanking. I think it's penetration I say that. Let me just double check. Yeah, so you're going to get 3,000, so it's probably more. I think I said the penetration was 30k. Might be about 33 with the actual Nightblade passive, so I might have sold it a bit short. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So you're just cloaking, roll dodge, coming in, you do your ultimate Dawnbreaker, and then just spam your Fool's Pulse till they drop. Will kill most people. If they're still going, obviously you're going to be close range, so you can just chuck in a concealed weapon or a spec bow just to end it. And that's pretty much it. It's nice and simple, very powerful. Like I said, this build has been out for a long time. It's been out for a couple of years. It's but the actual main build is with the bow on the back, running a 2-bar setup, which is a bit tricky to pull off. And I just thought I'd make a simpler 1 bar variant. And I was a bit unsure if the damage was going to be there, but it's definitely there. Because normally the 2 bar setup is running a Draga King. So we're just running Witch Knight, 2 pieces, the Winterborn, the Oaken Soul, Balorg, and the Asylum's Lightning Staff. So it's a very strong setup, as you'll see in all the clips. I've got tons of clips that I'm going to add on to this video at the end. Yeah, and I think with the changes next patch to all the status effects, I think the Asylum Lightning Staff is only going to get stronger. I don't know if Sharpened is the best trait. A lot of people run Charged to increase the status effect chances. I just wanted to make sure the penetration was there, and it's working for me, like I said. But I will play around with this in the new update and see if Charged is any better. Obviously, like I said, you can make this stronger by having the perfected version of this and golding out all your gear just to make the divines a bit stronger. So yeah, that's pretty much the build, guys. I don't think I've missed anything. But yeah, it is super strong. I must check your critical damage is at 34%, so the critical damage isn't particularly high, but again, you could make it a bit higher. With making a few changes, you could run the Shadow. If you're happy with a pen, you could run the Shadow, because you're at 34, plus your CPs, and the 50% base, so you're about 90% probably. So 120 is the actual damage cap, but you can go beyond that. That's just the most you can actually do, or 125 should I say. But yeah, it's just a very simple, very powerful build. And just like I said, the way to play it is, obviously this is normally the original build, you have to be from distance, so you're sort of more safer. So this is a bit more dangerous because you need to be up close, because you want to activate the ultimate. But you get an extra 300 weapon damage when you hit it. So, and then of course when you cast the crushing shock, you're going to proc the weapon damage enchantment. So you're going to get 350 from that, and then you're going to get 300 from the ultimate, and then you're going to get, obviously, I think it's another 400 from that. 300 from that, sorry, so 300, add 300, 600, then add the there, so you get nearly like 1,000 on top when it's fully done. So again, just roll in. When you're confident, get behind them, ultimate, spam, and spec bow if needed, or concealed weapon. And it just goes straight through people. Very nasty. Like I said, the pen, when it's at cap, it will be at least 30k pen. But if you feel it's too much, like I said, you can play around with the Mundus. You could put the Shadow on, like I said, to get a bit more critical damage. The recoveries are pretty good. If we pop a potion, I think with the Smoke Bear Haunch is a little bit higher. I think it's about 18.5. Magica recovery, stamina recovery is quite good. The stamina bar is very low, but again, we're not using any stamina skills, so it's basically just for a few roll dodges. Like I said, and just pick your targets. Obviously, super high health targets you might struggle with, but again, you've got a lot of ammunition at your arsenal, so the ultimate and the crushing shock will probably take them to very low health, and you can just chuck in a concealed weapon, like I said, or a spec bow just to end it. It is all dodgeable, but like I said, it's all about element of surprise. I've also hit some really good players with this as well. It's not just for killing noobs. It's can really catch a lot of players off guard. It's just a bit of a twist on the original build. So yeah, just let me know if I've missed anything in the comments. Drop this video a like if you enjoy it, and I hope you enjoy the clips as well. And subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I've got lots more builds and guides coming. I hope everyone enjoys this. It's a very unique build. It's going to be only stronger next patch. You might lose the Major Berserk, but I don't think it's going to make a difference too much. Obviously, Major Berserk is a big thing, but it's just hitting so hard, and with the status effect changes, you know, it might be even stronger. And I think it's going to be very, very viable. Yeah, so the costume I'm running, by the way, is just all hollow jack, if anyone wants to know. And the helmet, because sometimes people ask me what costume I'm wearing. Is just the hollow jack spectre mask you get from the Halloween festival, and it's just all hollow jack gear. And the personality I'm running is the Beast. But yeah, I hope you enjoy this build, guys. It is it's just devastating, the amount of kills you can rack up so fast. People just drop like flies with it, and I said it interrupts people, and that's what really does people. You know, you're surprise attacking them, you're hitting them hard, they're getting knocked off balance, they're stunned, they've been interrupted, and they really can wreck someone's day. Just try not to attack people from the front, because you're going to lose the damage bonus, so always try and be from behind or the side. But yeah, like I said, it does hit so hard you probably could kill people from the front. I probably have killed people from the front. But yeah, that is the DoomSlayer build. So that's everything said and done. And I'll see you in the next video.
point! Dendar is with us! We've captured the point!